Relevant Rasslin Productions. It's always relevant to us, damn it.
Good evening, buzzhumans, smarts, marks, divers, headlockers, dirt shooters, those prepared to battle on the ground, and the rest of the Relevant Wrestling family. It's me, Joe Fortune, the senior editor and co-producer here at Relevant Wrestling Productions. I'm joined by my co-producer, Chris, and Tim. Guys, how the hell are you? It's great to finally have all three of us here together. I know the first episode it was me and Tim. The second episode was me and Chris. We had some severe technical difficulties and issues with that, but we fought through it. Also want to thank everybody who tuned in to our Mae Young Classic Relevant Reactions Parade of Champions preview show. Got almost 350 views on that one on the YouTube page, so awesome. Yep. So it doesn't seem like a lot of views to a lot of you, but to us, we appreciate it. That's our highest viewed show so far, so appreciate that. So let's give all y'all watchers, listeners, ghosters the scoop. Relevant Wrestling Productions is coming to you with a brand new weekly show. This way we can reach even more of you amazing buzz humans, and you can ride the buzzwaves with the most relevant and buzzworthy wrestling network around. We will still be doing video specials like Relevant Rundown, Relevant Wrestler, and Wrestlefadeia, if we ever get around to it. There is an episode 4. There is an episode 4 of Wrestlefadeia that's on the table to start the new season. So I just got to get on that. But we have decided that in order to stay as relevant as possible, we will be bringing you all a weekly recap, rumors, and review show. Like I said, we're still going to be doing all those video specials. But yeah, this is going to be taking over for now for our weekly thing. We're going to be trying to move to podcast format, so it's a little more friendly, and we can reach a lot of you guys, while you're in the car, driving, doing your thing, so you don't have to look at our fucking mugs, even though, we're beautiful people. Also trying to work on some exclusive content that will appear on some subscription-based networks. We always hard at work here at Relevant Wrestling Productions, testing new formats and finding new ways to stay relevant and to reach you. Let me just plug the social media right quick. It's in the bottom of the screen. But make sure that you follow us on Twitter. You like us on our Facebook page. You subscribe to us on YouTube. And do all that good social media stuff. Twitter, Facebook. Smash the subscribe on YouTube. # Relevant Wrestling. So let's get into it. 7/20/17. Relevant Wrestling. Week 3. So let's start off with, as we usually do, like some really hot topics. No pun intended.
Did it involve Paige and Del Rio?
Yeah, we got some Paige and Del Rio info here. We can get to that.
Let's get that away.
Yeah, we can get. All right. Let's get the Paige and Del Rio shit out of the way right now. So let's keep you guys up to date, up to par on what's going on with the Paige and Del Rio saga. So it seems that Paige's daddy, Brian McKnight, or whatever his name is, Ricky Knight. Yeah. So Paige's dad, Brian McKnight.
So the dude in the cornfield.
Yeah. He stripped El Patron, Daddy Del Rio. He took their promotion's title away. I forgot even that Paige's family had a promotion. I don't really remember what it's called. But their promotion in England, it seems like Del Rio was the champion. He was stripped of that because it seems like Paige's dad is pissed off about everything that's going down. There were some photos that came out that showed Paige and Del Rio together at what looked like a beach or something. So it seems like the couple's back together. But today, police were saying, or at least the dirt sheets were saying that Paige may be charged with battery for the airport incident that originally looked like Del Rio was going to be in trouble for.
Can WWE honestly just release her so she don't have to listen to see these things anymore? It's kind of annoying.
Bro, can they just bring both of them back and capitalize on all this?
What's the capitalism? You're bringing a battery charger to you want that necessarily right now when the ratings are terrible.
They want the drama, man. They need the drama.
Yeah, I honestly I could care fucking less. This is their personal lives.
Yeah.
Like the only thing I just want to know is like, are they eventually like when she's good and ready to go? Like, are they going to bring her back, or is like when her contract is up, they're just gonna be like, oh, WWE and Paige are part of like blah 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 blah.
They're releasing her. I don't care what anyone says. That's it. Like,
Well, if she gets arrested, then or charged, then she'll probably get released.
Well, yeah, if she gets charged, they have to due to that policy, that domestic abuse policy.
That's crazy. A female is going to get suspended or potentially lose her job in WWE for domestic abuse. You know, usually it was like Austin or Lawler or somebody like that. But anyway, let's go on to another hot topic.
This is crazy.
Another outside the ropes topic. Jim Cornette, yeah, he seems to be going on like a Twitter tirade right now. He seems to be shitting on Kota Ibushi and Kenny Omega, and this can kind of piggyback on what we have written about here because the New Japan G1 Climax began this week, and it was the return of Kota Ibushi, and Kenny Omega had a great match against Ishii. Kota Ibushi had a great match against Naito on night one of the G1.
Yes.
I don't know. Did you see any of that shit? Like Jim Cornette, he said that these two guys, like even if Hitler was a great painter, then he shouldn't be respected because he killed Jewish people. He killed Jewish people, which I guess means that Ibushi and Omega shouldn't wrestle because they're
killing wrestling.
Yeah, because they're killing wrestling. First off, I mean, you know, dude, we're all for the dark humor and shit, but that was a little fucked up.
Also, too, look at the styles. Like, look at Jim Cornette. Like, remove, like, you know, all that you feel about Jim Cornette, but, like, era-wise, what has he grown up in? Like, what does he believe in? Like, obviously, those two are, like, the complete opposite.
Yeah, but this guy is still, like, holding grudges over the matches that they had 5 and 6 years ago with the fucking Yoshihiko blow-up doll and the match that Omega had with the little girl. I mean, like, get over it, dude. These guys have pretty much kind of, you know, they've proven themselves since then. I mean, Ibushi was getting thrown big number contracts by WWE and Omega too, and they both turned him down to stay in Japan. So it's not like they're. Jim Cornette would probably call that stupid, but
I don't know. He seems like a very what's the word?
old school guy
and whatnot. But like he'll talk all that shit. But like I don't know if you guys saw it, but like that table for 3, he was sucking Vince's ass. Oh, no, that was Bischoff. My bad. Oh, my bad. But also, too, look at how much shit he talked about Bischoff, and then you saw that table for 3, and he's sucking his nuts.
Dude, I don't know what his problem is with Omega and fucking Ibushi, but Cornette needs to get off his high horse, and it's no wonder that our boy Vince Russo and him are going at it because...
You know what it is? He's a very angry man.
They're both kind of angry.
A very, very angry man.
Something else that made the fans angry this week was, I mean, geez, Talking Smack seems to have been canceled.
I know. What?
It was not on this week, and it was not on, yeah, it's no longer on the WWE Network. Seems like in Sports Illustrated they alluded to the fact that maybe Vince was unhappy with the unscripted nature of the show.
That's what makes it awesome.
Yeah,
That's what made it more entertaining. And that it could feel like it was a real argument. Like, come on, who could forget the Miz thing? Daniel Bryan.
Yeah, and the Baron Corbin breakout promo from last year.
Or my favorite one, when Rhino was playing as Santa Claus and he was literally shithoused.
Oh yeah,
That was awesome.
Yeah, and he was taking
Come
his
on,
shirt.
that was great.
Come on, when Rhino took his shirt off and rubbed the cheese and crackers all over his stomach.
It just hitting on Renee the entire time. How do you tell me that one golden like television award? It was probably better than SmackDown that same night. That shit was hilarious.
I know you like that one.
That shit was so funny.
So let's hit on a couple more outside of the ropes and rumory things before we talk about the WWE programming for this week because we got a lot to cover where that's concerned. Because we got a pay-per-view on Sunday coming up, and it's not Great Balls of Fire, and that sucks because we like ripping on that one. But let's see. It seems like Global Force Wrestling making a couple of acquisitions this week. Rey Mysterio Jr. rumored to be signing with GFW, and John Morrison and his, I don't know if it's his wife or his girlfriend. I'm sure you guys will fucking rip me a new one for not knowing that. Morrison and Taya, they quit AAA, the Mexican promotion, after Taya was stripped of this title. Sexy Star came back. Everybody thought she was retired, but it looks like she's back in AAA. She's a new women's champion there. Morrison and Taya, as I said, quit AAA, and they are back. Not back, they're back in America. Yeah, and they looks like they signed with Global Force Wrestling. They will be making some Impact Live. No, I guess its Impact is going to be the show, and Global Force is the brand, right? So there will be some Impact Live events. Oh, these might be worth checking out. August 4th in Long Island, August 5th in Staten Island, and August 6th in Bridgeport. And at those shows, John Morrison will be there. So I guess, what do you guys think about like Mysterio and Morrison going to Global Force? Like, is Global Force starting to acquire a good roster now? I mean, despite the bullshit with Del Rio, we still don't know what's going to happen there. I mean, it seems like they're putting together a nice little roster. What do you guys think? Still not going to get you to tune in.
I feel like we.
What? Are you talking about
I feel
GFW?
like
Yeah.
you need to be. If you want them to be
I
a
can
clear
get
contender,
about GFW.
Come on, they just got Mysterio. They just got Morrison.
I feel like the
Okay, that, I really could care less. Like, unless Mysterio's going to do something amazing, like what good things has Mysterio done in the past decade? Tell me that. Yeah, Morrison's good. Don't get me wrong, but who is he going to work with? I'm sure he's going to have some good matches, but where is it going to go?
Like, think about it. They were only
Eventually leading him back to WWE. As everything. I don't care what anyone says. You always go back to WWE. If you were there, you always go back.
All right, so let's see.
Except for Cody Rhodes.
One more piece of bullshit.
I don't think Cody Rhodes is going back.
One more piece of dirt sheet bullshit before we get into the content coverage. Something that I read that really upset me this week, made me sad, because like I said, our Mae Young Classic was our most viewed show, and it seems that our Mae Young Classic preview reaction show was our most viewed show, and it seems like WWE officials were not happy with the looks of some of, if not most of, the participants in the Mae Young Classic, basically saying that the ladies were not hot enough. They didn't have that diva look. Now, come on.
When did we start calling them divas again? One.
Well, I mean, I'm not saying that.
No, I'm saying, but like.
Well, yeah. When did they start to look for that? Yeah.
Got him.
Yeah, but I mean, what do you? Wasn't this supposed to not be about that? Wasn't this supposed to be to highlight, women's wrestling? And this is like the mentality of having done these fucking people. Then, like, I feel bad because I felt like there's a lot of good talent in this tournament, and we're gonna have to wait a month out to actually see any of the matches.
I'm gonna watch this weekend.
Yeah, I'm gonna watch it. I'm really, really trying to go spoiler free.
I see any headlines about it, I just don't click on it.
Well, yeah, you just gotta be careful.
I don't even know who's in it.
Spoilers.
Like, I know a few people here and there, but like overall, I don't know.
All right, so let's move on to the next segment, which will be our, our
talking points for Raw.
Yep, our talking points for Raw, SmackDown, 205 Live, which I don't have one, and NXT for this week, and then we can run through the pay-per-view real quick before wrapping shit up. So rather than do our normal review of Raw, because that's just so painstakingly boring, and I know you guys don't want to hear us go through all of it because probably you guys didn't even watch Raw to begin with, and not because you didn't have anything better to do, or you did have something better to do, probably because it was boring and you fell asleep. But there are some decent things from Raw that we could take away, or maybe not decent things, but we got some talking points here. So we're going to start with the first talking point. There was a promo in the beginning of the show that I really was disappointed with the ending of. I liked the build, but I felt there was no payoff. It was Rollins and Ambrose, and that little chair gimmick where Rollins was begging Ambrose to hit him with the chair from behind. come on, I thought Ambrose should have cracked him. It would have been the perfect payoff. But it looks like they're going with the direction of getting the Shield back together. Are you guys looking forward to that? Do you want to see the Shield back together? Do you want to see Rollins or Ambrose turn? Would you like to see a double turn, maybe? You know,
I don't even know where to start.
Ambrose is still the
Is
face and Rollins is the heel.
I
But
feel
I
like-
really do want to see Ambrose as a face. So what do y'all think?
I feel like if you really want to go to Shield reunion, I feel like all three members of the Shield have to be like kind of like not do anything. Like right now, Roman Reigns in the title picture. So like unless you make it like a 2-man thing, but like if you really want a full Shield reunion, you should have Roman Reigns somehow involved. I don't think the time is now, honestly. I mean, I get it. Like I think this whole thing with this payoff thing is gonna be where like Rollins is gonna get the IC title shot. Because how many times? How long have we seen Miz and Ambrose for that?
Stupid. Dean should have cracked the shit out of him. Dean should have beat the shit out of Seth Rollins. I could
Yes, thank you. Keep going.
And I understand where they're coming from, but he needs a heel turn. He is so stale. And on top of it, why does everyone care about a Shield reunion? They've been broken up for how long? Like literally how long?
How many times have DX come back and break up and come back over the years?
No, and I get that, but like within this little bit of time, it's 3 guys. It's not like, a DX or, any other group like a Nation of
Not a
Domination.
stable.
It's not like a rotating. It's 3 guys. That's it. Like you said, if it was just Seth and Dean. No, to me, that's not a Shield reunion. It's the 3 of those motherfuckers.
Yeah, I'm not really looking forward to them teaming together, and I really
I don't want them teaming together because what Dean needs to go heel so he can do something different.
Well, cut the lunatic fringe bullshit, or either do it.
Whatever.
Pull the trigger. For fuck's sakes, how long has this guy been just making the facial expressions and not actually fucking going through with it and doing the crazy shit? All right, so maybe the biggest letdown for some of you, myself, is I thought this was a big letdown, but some people ripped me online for their, as usual, ripped me online for being critical of the product. But come on, guys, Kurt Angle's son,
Jason Jordan.
Jason Jordan, is Kurt Angle's son. That was Kurt Angle's big secret.
You know what someone said on the internet that cracked me up? It was all those weeks of build for Kurt Angle's, Dixie Carter, TNA Impact surprise with Jason Jordan being his fucking son. Because it was like, I don't know, it was one of the few storylines that, or the only storyline that actually got me invested in Raw. And wanted me to tune back the next week, and it was weird because it it got Corey Graves and an announcer involved, but then for it to be fucking Jason Jordan,
They really fucked up on the booking of that. I'm sorry. Honestly, at this point, you should have just had a love affair with Stephanie. It would have been more believable.
Well, now they're saying they have no plans for Kurt to return to the ring. So I'm glad that whoever fucking reported that months ago that Kurt was going to fight Angle at SummerSlam. Fucking dirt
So
bastards.
that
Thank
mean
you.
they see Jason Jordan a better star than Gable? What, is Gable short? I think Gable's a more talented wrestler. This dude just impact moves. To me, he's like Roman Reigns. Dude spears, body slam, belly to belly back suplexes.
He does have the best hot tag in the business. Though.
Exactly.
Not the business,
Yeah,
but at
but
least
they're
on
all
SmackDown.
impact power moves. Where Gable could actually.
Bro, it's another tag team broken up too.
It's the Big and More tag team, I guess.
But it's bullshit to break up another tag team. Is my point. Why are they breaking up another tag team?
I mean, SmackDown's tag team is the biggest hot right now. But whatever.
You broke up another tag team and you didn't even build up to it. They did nothing to make it seem suspicious. Oh, why aren't these guys teaming together?
I just think
you just didn't see them team for.
Yeah, no, you just didn't see them. Gable fucking had singles matches, and then he goes, and then Gable has a weird interview on SmackDown.
Yeah, I felt like this angle was a big botch, and there's a lot of people who think that this is great and this is going to be a good opportunity for Jordan. And I really felt like a love affair angle with Dixie Carter and a revenge angle for Kurt or Vince or somebody putting her out of business or something like that would have been great, and that could really ride out 5, 6, 7, 8 months.
Yeah,
could definitely ride into next year to maybe bring some new people in during Royal Rumble or something like that. Have a cool payoff match at Mania.
But the only bad thing is that if he doesn't do good in this push, he's fucked.
Yeah.
Like, if he doesn't shoot out and become a star or, like, you know, raise his stock, then he's ruined. It's like the Drew McIntyre effect.
Yeah, I mean, I feel
They're
like
pushing him to the moon, like not to the moon, but like, you know, everyone's gonna be like, oh, like that's Kurt Angle's son,
well, if he's getting
or
like,
you know, or eventually
only
down the
child.
line, like, oh, this is bullshit, and I'm using you, but
I don't know. I really hope that the push that they have in store for him is something that he can live up
That's
to.
the thing. See, it's the thing. I
would like to
think
see
on
that-
paper, it's just like
world's greatest
it was-
tag again.
it was like the biggest letdown. Like that's the best you got. Like it was a letdown in my opinion.
Voices in my head, they talk to me, they understand.
We're gonna get to SmackDown, don't you worry. Not last talking point of Raw, our third point. Braun is not finished with you yet. So, we had the main event on Raw, if I remember correctly. It was
Can I stop you for a second?
Samoa Joe versus Roman Strange, and of course, like as we all predicted, you know, any of us with half of a brain and we can figure out this WWE predictable booking. We knew that Braun was going to come back, and that this would likely set up a fatal four-way match for SummerSlam, which is yet to be officially announced, but we know that that's on the horizon. But yeah, Braun came down and he got over on both guys eventually because they all kind of
Like he should have.
Yep, like he should have, exactly. They all beat the shit out of each other. Do you guys dug that segment? Because, I mean, I thought that was a good way for Braun to go over and to kind of, like,
I mean,
make everybody look, you know, protect everyone.
No, it cracks me up, though. That you had 3 points for Raw, but none of them were women's matches.
The women's storyline right now is like honestly just shit. Like it's just grouping it all together. Like, oh, we're gonna have a battleground. We're gonna have a match.
Months. It's been the shit since Charlotte and Sasha.
It's just not going any direction right now.
It's not
As long as Alexa Bliss is still champion, I'm all good. There's really no direction.
So it looks like out of the 3 talking points of Raw, then we would say that the most relevant of all 3 of those points was Braun coming back and beating the shit out of Joe and Roman. So let's go on to our SmackDown Live, SD Live, with a little box in the right-hand corner during the commercial. Maybe it's the left. Correct me. Later. Left. So our 3 SmackDown Live talking points. Okay, so first one, guys, we got we're reintroduced to, because we've only seen it twice, or maybe a few times if it was debuted on SmackDown. Whatever. We saw the Punjabi prison.
You're right.
You know, we had Jinder cut a promo in the middle of the ring with the Singh brothers. Orton came down to scale the prison. You know, they shot back and forth at each other. What do you guys think about that? Are you feeling this match? Are you, you know, you think this is going to be a good match on Sunday? Like I said, we're going to talk about the pay-per-view a little bit after this, so let's not go too far into this. But did you think that this segment got over? Was it cool to see the Punjabi prison? Or do you think the Punjabi prison is a little bit novelty?
I think it's gonna be cool. It's different. I mean, it's not. I mean, I guess they had it before, but it was like again, when's else we saw it? Within the last 5 years, maybe.
No, it must have been like 10 years ago or something, right? Like, I think I was when we were in college, Tim. I don't even remember.
Well, the last one, it was Batista and Great Khali.
Yeah, it was.
So,
I am actually a little bit excited for this gimmick because I've never really seen it. Like I said, I mean, like I saw the highlights. I watched the highlights on YouTube and shit, obviously, so I can, you know,
But, like,
familiarize myself with what the hell it is and not be like, you know.
But what I like about it, that it has its own rules. Like it's 4 doors, and if you go to open it, and you have 60 seconds. If you don't get to it in 6 seconds, they actually lock it. So I'm curious to see like if they go to like the 4 doors to the fact that you have to climb out of it. Because the whole point, there's no pinfalls.
And the other 2 matches, from what I remember seeing, were like, yeah, all big guys like Batista, Taker, Big Show, Khali. So it'll be interesting to see like 2 smaller guys if they will like really give them a little bit more time to do things like that, like have the cage lock, force them to do the climb over instead of the escape. But I just like the structure, you know. I think it looks like very menacing. I like the bamboo. I like the spikes at the top. So I think it just visually it's appealing to me. I don't know if those two guys are the best guys to do that match or a type of match like that, but
if it's the gimmick of putting genders like character even over.
yeah, it
It
is. I mean, what are they gonna do? Like a Taj Mahal match where like the fucking stage looks like like the fucking the fucking temple, and they're gonna
But,
throw him in it or
It's a match with
out on lantern. His stage is the shit.
Like
You
Yeah,
say burn?
if we're gonna see this match for the fourth,
Maharaja.
yeah, what's he gonna do? What's like Orton gonna do? Burn down the Maharaja's temple? I mean, for fuck's sake, if we're gonna see this match for the fourth time, at least we're getting a gimmick out of it, and hopefully it will be something cool. Now you said we didn't really talk much about the women on Raw, so we could touch on that on SmackDown because that was my second
Oh
point.
yeah, even better.
I don't really remember a lot about that, so you guys are gonna have to like keep me.
Well, no, it was
par.
a one-on-one match between Charlotte and Becky Lynch, and Becky Lynch got the win.
In this list,
Yeah.
I have women's 5-way written down here. Now, how did that come about? Now that match was already set.
That was already set.
Yeah, that's already set.
So
So
Natalia was trying to stir the pot by having the two allies face each other in a one-on-one match.
Yeah,
And
and
then
then
it
after
broke
that,
down to, like,
fucking,
real
Tamina and Lana came down and beat them down, and then Natalia came out and then beat up Tamina, and then Lana was like, no, and then Tamina duffed fucking.
What's your take on like the whole Tamina like latching on to like Lana?
It's just weird. Like, why is there no explanation? It's stupid.
It feels bad.
Are they gay? Are they gay?
what I find kind of interesting, but we can touch on this for the pay-per-view though, is, and I'm not saying she's gonna cash it in now, or she would even call her out for a match.
It's not even for the title.
But that would just be foolish.
I think though that's
Why? What I'm gonna say is why is Naomi not booked for a match on Sunday?
She might have a match.
That's why I don't get.
They
why
could have her
Carmella-
fight Carmella, and Carmella could like not cash in afterwards. I mean, they've done shit like that before. Like,
I just don't get where Carmella's like, I got you, and then it's like, yo, she don't even have a match, so what's the point?
yeah, but Carmella wouldn't be stupid enough to call Naomi out for
In
a
my
match.
opinion,
She would cash
Naomi's
in
a
at the end.
boring woman.
Yeah, I think Carmella will make a better women's champion. No knock on Naomi's credibility, but I just
Like
don't
her
feel
character,
well.
it's just right now. It's like you don't. She's
I
not-
just think
she's not
Carmella's
shit.
killing her character. The period.
Like, get it. This match at a pay-per-view is the main event. Their title match at SummerSlam. Like, it makes no sense.
And obviously, if she's gonna fucking cash it in, SummerSlam would be quite opportune in New York.
Yeah, that would be kind of cool. Kind of it's like the Brooklyn thing, even though she's from Staten Island and coming in New York.
And it's a cross brand show, so she could celebrate with her boyfriend.
Oh yeah, they could come together. Very interesting. Very interesting take. Okay.
I honestly would like to see them together as like a power couple.
Well,
like,
it has been
like,
it has been a year.
Stephanie used to be.
We can talk about this at the end of the show if we have time. Like a cool segment I was planning to do, which you have alluded to a bit because you're just so relevant and we are always thinking on the same level. Is like it has been a year since the draft, so I don't know. Obviously, we know that they did the Superstar shakeup, and they're not going to do another draft this year. But potentially next year, we could see them get shifted around and put together, or at least get kind of hinted at, and maybe.
The four horsewomen.
Well, I mean, they could see Carmella put with Cass or things like that. It's just too far out to think of a potential draft, but I'm just thinking
Like the Hardys.
Like Tim said, if they're both interacting at SummerSlam, Cass and Carmella. But Carmella's still with James Ellsworth, and he's suspended for
They could do an angle where like
a little
Cass
bit, right?
walk out of him.
Yeah, I would like to see Cass stomp that motherfucker. Anyway, last segment.
Like, like kind of like that reunion angle because they do have past history and like, yo, that's my chick.
Yeah, that would be fucking great. I could just see him kick the fucking non-existent jaw off of Ellsworth's mouth. So
Yeah,
last
that chicken nugget chin.
last talking point for SmackDown Live I have on here is Styles versus Owens. What was the main event? It was like some tag match where it was like Styles and Nakamura against Owens and Corbin, right? And I believe that the heels.
Yeah. Okay. I just need to cut you off real quick. Like, and I get that that's going to be a good match. Now, obviously, AJ is going to retain, but the real fucking moneymaker here is fucking Nakamura and fucking Corbin. And it's not even because of fucking Nakamura, because Corbin is fucking killing it right now. That's all I have to say. I've been
day
a supporter of his since day one, and he's just been getting better and better. And like, I love what he's become. He's like, just like, I'll kick your ass whatever time. Like, you know, Nakamura's in the middle of interviews and he just like comes up there and like beats his fucking ass. Like, I love Corbin. I think he's fucking killing it, and I think he's not getting his due that he should.
He will.
He's the money thing.
Yeah, and I think he's holding out, and I love it. I really do think he's holding out on that contract. I don't see him cashing that contract in any time soon, which is great. Like, I really don't even know if he's.
Oh, yeah.
I don't even think he'll be the one to beat Jinder. I think somebody else will beat Jinder, either Orton.
Oh yeah, no, I know, no.
Orton or a Cena, or maybe I mean, who else really is there on SmackDown in the main event picture? You know, but I can definitely see an Orton or Cena winning the belt. And maybe
AJ.
Yeah, AJ loses the U.S. title to
Nakamura.
You know, so. But maybe he loses it back to Owens, right? Are they having that match at Battleground? I think that's kind of like what this.
Yeah, I'm sure that's what's going to happen.
Yeah, this is like you know, like what do we usually do, where we take the two main storylines, and we put the two faces and two heels together, even though they
Not got over.
Yeah, and at least the heels got over, but you know, they saw that same old formula. But yeah, so SmackDown and Raw not terrible this week, but nothing crazy. We can move on to the other two shows before we hit up the pay-per-view. Did anybody happen to see 205 Live? I caught like a little highlight video of it. I mean, like, there was a decent match with Drew Gulak and I think Mustafa Ali and like a
2 out of 3 falls match.
Oh, I thought it was Iron Man. See, that's why I didn't. See, that's what happens when you watch highlights. Yeah, so I guess Ali won. I don't remember what the second match was. Probably a segment with Brian Kendrick, and he probably said some funny shit. Because I love Kendrick, and he's so funny. And it's always good to see him clowning on, like, Jack Gallagher and shit. That's probably what he did. Yeah, I think, actually, it's coming back to me now. Yeah, so I do believe that Kendrick had brought out, like, a jobber who was supposedly from Gallagher's hometown, and he probably just berated him and beat the shit out of him. And then I think I don't remember who he beat, but I know Tozawa, right? He went over at the end. I don't know, nothing really, no
I
specific.
didn't watch it.
No specific.
I don't watch 205, so.
All right, no specific talking point from 205. And is 205? This is so stupid of me to ask, but this is how like little I actually pay attention to 205 Live. Is 205 considered an extension of the Raw or the SmackDown?
Raw.
Okay, so then we're not even going to see a 205 Live match on, or any of those guys on
No.
pay-per-view. So let's just move on to NXT.
I didn't even watch NXT, unfortunately.
All right, well, NXT, I did watch NXT this morning, and it was not bad. It was a very good one this week. I put 2 points because, you know, NXT is always so short, and there's only like 47 minutes of content, and then it boils down. Well, all right, I can go over something real quick. There was a really good, solid match between Ember Moon and Ruby Riott, so it looks like Ember Moon will be the one to go against Asuka at.
I really think they're gonna have her beat her, and I'm gonna be pissed.
Do you really think that Ember Moon is gonna? Here we go. Yeah, that's a good question. Let's pop off of this talking point. Do you think that Ember Moon will be the one to dethrone Asuka, or is Asuka gonna continue this almost 500-day streak?
It's like, I am your competition. You're just scared of me, and you ran away. Like, really? I'm sorry. I don't think Ember Moon's that good. And if she Asuka for the title, that I'll be.
Asuka is ultimately gonna relinquish the title on top. She's not gonna lose it. She's gonna I think after
I swear to God, Chris, if that actually happens, I don't even know what it'll do to you.
because I think after Brooklyn,
Why? That's a good angle
I think
for her.
I
to
think
just
after
relinquish.
Brooklyn,
No, I know.
she retains. She's gonna
He's
be like,
been talking about it for months.
I want to go with more competition. So I don't want this title anymore. It's not this thing.
You know, I did see somebody at there was a Comic-Con or some type of convention this weekend, and Charlotte was on a panel or a guest there and did a Q&A, and someone asked Charlotte how she felt about Asuka, and Charlotte said she would like to go down to NXT and beat her and dethrone her. Could you see something like that?
They just start bringing like all the main roster girls up down there, and she just beats them all.
No, or maybe a main roster girl goes down there and is the one to beat her possibly. Or
but then that kills all that you're building on any of those roster girls because no one's good enough. So they need.
Like you also were saying last week that like you think the winner of the Mae Young Classic is ultimately going to beat her, but like I don't see her getting beat. I think the better angle she's all like the way they booked her and how like her character is when she wants more competition. She should just feel like it's a title and go off on top.
See, I know we're trying to stay spoiler free on Mae Young, and that's why it's hard to like, and we are. Even though
I swear to God, if you say something, I'm gonna beat the
I'm not going to.
This
is relevant wrestling. You know, we try to keep it relevant, but we also have to just stay relevant. My thing is like it's very hard to assess it because if we're just gonna keep kayfabe and we don't know who's advanced in the Mae Young because it hasn't actually aired or happened yet, and we can't even make any early. We could just based upon who's in it make early predictions of who we think would be the one to beat Asuka.
I'm sure it's gonna be her versus the Japanese chick.
The other Japanese chick, Kairi Sane, that's very possible. I mean, that's someone who everybody has been saying for months before the tournament.
Elbow.
Yep, elbow droppy.
It's sick.
Oh yeah, it's fucking very sick, and she could definitely be the one to beat Asuka because they have history together from being in Stardom and shit together. It's possible. That she is gonna lose to whoever wins that tournament. But like I said, it's just too early to really like throw predictions out about that because if we're keeping kayfabe and we don't really know what's going on with the Mae Young yet, we've only been introduced to the women. We're not even gonna see that tournament start until after SummerSlam and NXT Brooklyn. So that means that Asuka's whatever happens after then. If Asuka wins, she's still gonna have a couple weeks. Over a month even because we know that the Mae Young Classic ends like sometime in September, right? I don't have the yes I do. I have the calendar. September 12th. Yeah, the final match is gonna be on the network probably like right after SmackDown Live. The Mae Young Classic final will be on the network right after SmackDown Live. So
they could also be filming that from Florida.
Yeah, they could do it in Florida, and they could have just like a live show, and then do the finals.
I could see this just doing it in Florida.
Yeah,
they did the same thing with the Cruiserweight title.
What I'm trying to get at is, could you see Asuka? Obviously all the girls are going to be in the all there's a lot of. I can't even say that. That's a fucking very statement. It's like a lot of people, a lot of women, and a lot of men will probably superstars will probably be in the crowd for that. And I could see Asuka sitting in the front row, and whoever wins, let's just go with a hypothetical, and we say that Kairi Sane wins. I could see her getting awarded the trophy and pointing at Asuka, calling her out right after. That's possible. There's ways to set it up. There's definitely ways to set it up.
But it's WWE. They won't.
They know.
They know.
That's what I'd like to see is whoever wins, be it Asuka, be it any of the other, it's obviously not going to be Asuka, be it Kairi Sane, be it any of the other girls in the tournament, Lady Papa, be it Yim, Tessa, could be really anyone, Toni Storm, any of the girls, I could really see them calling out Asuka if they win the trophy afterwards. But I don't even know if they're going to get a trophy. Or they could get mad and say, I don't have a prize, and I just won this tournament, and I want her.
What are you going to do? I'm not winning.
No, so that's why I could see the woman
They
getting.
could come out and say like the winner of this gets to challenge any 3 of our champions.
Yeah, gets a title match with any of the 3 champions. It's possible. So the next point about NXT that we can get into before we do like just a quick little rundown of the pay-per-view battle for the ground. There were some really great men's matches on NXT. Oni Lorcan had a great match with Danny Burch. Danny Burch got busted open the hard way. I thought that they had all these matches with Lorcan seem to like somebody gets their nose busted open and broken.
That dude's wild.
That dude is wild. Used to be
He's the brawler from Boston.
Yep.
He'd be uppercutting people right in the throat.
Yeah.
Boston.
I mean, I really like Lorcan. I like Danny Burch too. I know you're big on him, Tim. You were kind of upset that he didn't fare so well.
Well, I love Danny Burch. I've loved him for so long.
Do yourself a favor. Watch this match on NXT of him versus Oni Lorcan because I'm pretty sure you like him too. And if you don't,
He looks like one.
Yeah, no. He's a feisty motherfucker.
Yeah, he be fucking beat people up. And also, I know that Burch had a really good match recently with Pete Dunne, which I think we all saw and liked. So yeah, it seems like they are kind of trying to find a little niche
Where in the
for
world
Danny
is
Burch.
Pete Dunne? Because Pete Dunne is no show since that.
Yeah, we haven't really seen a lot of the UK guys.
You know, like you just know, like because he's gonna defend the title again at Brooklyn. Probably, honestly, it's probably he gets the title thing for his rematch. That's what's gonna happen.
So I thought that was an awesome second match on there, and I know I said there was only gonna be 2 talking points, but since NXT is so short, the third point is obviously the main event, which was another really solid match between 2 guys who are undefeated, Drew Galloway and Big Damo, Kelly and Dane. That match was really great. A lot of near falls. I thought that Drew Galloway, he did really a really good job of hitting Damo with all his power moves, and Damo kicked out of a lot of them. They both made each other look really good. They sold well. They nailed each other power moves. They did the false finishes when need be. I was really happy with that match, and ultimately Galloway won, and he became the #1 contender. So it'll be Galloway and Bobby Roode at NXT Brooklyn. Are you guys excited to see that match? Do you think Galloway's going to win? Do you think it's finally time for Roode to move up and come to the main roster? Or would you like to see somebody else fight Roode at TakeOver Brooklyn?
I'm okay with that. I think I want Roode still to be the champion. I just love it. I just love everything. I love the gimmick. I love the cockiness of him. I love the glorious thing. Like he's just awesome right now. And I don't think he should lose to someone like Drew Galloway. No disrespect to him, but like I think he should lose to someone bigger than him. Huh? Drew.
Oh, Drew Galloway.
I do think it's hilarious how like the 3-man band were all like a bunch of like a joke, and these dudes are like, kind of gonna be this dude's both. One's a champion in Jinder Mahal, another was competing for another champion, and the other one was the first ever SmackDown.
All right, and I'm gonna stop you there because Dallas and Curtis Axel will never, ever amount to anything, and I know.
Both Dallas
are the originals.
Quiet. I don't care.
I know they're not the original.
He's doing it.
There is something clearly wrong with Bo Dallas. I don't know what.
Why are you telling me Bo Dallas right now when we're talking about 3-man band? Are you trying to say that they remind you of the 3-man band, the Miz Siraj?
No, he used to be in the 3-man band.
Oh, Bo Dallas wasn't he, for a little while?
Are you kidding me, people here?
Was he?
How are you relevant?
When was Bo Dallas in the 3-man band? The 3-man band was Galloway and Maharaja and...
Yeah, and then like Heath Slater recruited fucking him and Axel.
Bro,
I mean him and Curtis.
Bro, I think you might be right. I just don't remember that.
Oh my god, people.
Alright, I'm gonna have to look that shit up on YouTube. So let's go.
They weren't 3-man. I think I don't know if they were 3-man band or they were like the Misfits or something like. What the fuck was their name? They were a group together.
Someone was social outcast. Social outcast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's who you meant, the social outcast?
Same difference.
Yeah. You know. Alright, so let's talk about Battleground. We can go through, give our predictions.
Fuck you.
Real quick. I don't know what arena it's from. It's in Philadelphia? Do you guys know?
Probably with 6 years.
Yeah.
Yeah, where America was founded.
Yeah, exactly. The Liberty Bell
It's where they,
and all that shit.
those awesome 76ers play.
So let's run down these matches, give our relevant rundown and a little prediction. I guess
America was founded.
of who we think is gonna win. This list is in no fucking particular order of how the card's gonna be. You know that's always like audible and it's always like they always shoot on what the fucking card's gonna be. You never know, but the match order. But this has a P next to it, so I'm assuming that means pre-show. This is definitely gonna be on a pre-show. Ty Dillinger and Aiden English.
Cares. Ty Dillinger.
Okay, Ty Dillinger, what do you think, Tim? You excited to see that match? You don't give a shit? You think the Aiden English singing gimmick is whack, or you have
I just
to
think
match?
I'm gonna watch it because Dillinger's gonna win.
Yeah, Dillinger's probably gonna win, so really no need to really talk much about that one.
It's gonna be a 10 no matter what, so it doesn't really matter to me.
No, this actually looks like a good card on paper. Sami Zayn versus Mike Kanellis, singles match. I think Mike Kanellis has to go over in this one. I mean,
I think he's gonna make it 2 for 2.
Yeah, Sami Zayn's gonna have to, ride this out. He's kind of doing this like nerd gimmick, kind of embracing it because he is a nerd. So let's hope that.
Yeah.
They
I'm
respect.
throwing heels in that match.
Yeah, definitely Kanellis with the aid of Maria's beautiful.
It's just hard
Maria
because
has
that's
beautiful.
like in between like a big huge pay-per-view.
Can we just talk about Maria's ass instead of talking about that match? I mean, I think that's probably what we all want to see, and Carl Anderson included. So
Like
let's move on to let's see if I was booking this card. Probably the next match that I would do would probably be the women's match. So like we were talking about before, it's a fatal 5-way to determine number 1 contender. They're gonna get their match at SummerSlam. Charlotte Flair, Becky Lynch, Natalya, Neidhart, Tamina Snuka, and Lana Rusev will be in that match. What do you guys think? Who's gonna win that fatal 5-way? This looks like the same ladies that were in the
I'm calling Dark Horse.
Tamina.
Tamina.
I'm gonna go Flair.
Yeah, I would love for Charlotte to win just for like
Appeal.
aesthetic purposes of having a Flair competing for a title in New York City at SummerSlam.
Should be her.
Just kind of fits the bill. I really hope Charlotte wins that one.
No, multicultural battle at SummerSlam.
Multi-culty. I love it. So if you want to talk multi-culty, then let's go on to the next team, which would be yes, the next match would be Usos versus New Day for the tag team titles. I was critical of Jeremy saying that Usos are overrated. They may very well be overrated. They don't really even seem to have a finisher individually or as a team. But we came to an agreement about that we were a little bit happy with the way that their heel turn has gone. And New Day still doing that same thing for years.
I still like the Usos. I still think
With
the
the-
Usos win this match.
You think that
Heel-
Usos retain?
Do another heel tactic on them.
Usos retain. Usos need to put a little pep in their step. Just something different. That's all. I think they're doing a really good job with the heel turn. I just want a little something different. A little extra pepper shake.
Next we'll go with the title rematch. AJ Styles, who won the U.S. title at the house show a couple weeks ago. And then they said this match wasn't going to happen, but no fucking shit, it was going to happen. Come on.
Styles is winning.
How stupid you have to be. Styles versus
Damn!
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't really know
It could
either.
really go either way.
It could go either way. Like we were trying to touch earlier on saying like, oh, Nakamura versus Styles at SummerSlam, right? That's pretty much like going to be happening, but we don't know if there's going to be a title on the line.
Then who will Owens fight? The other good aspect.
Sami Zayn, I don't
Because
know.
then AJ was
I think honestly, I think it would be
I'll
silly.
just go on a limb to AJ retains.
I think it would be silly for AJ to randomly win at a house show just for him to lose.
It happened in NXT.
Yeah.
But
Happened showing back.
let me finish. For him to lose at a pay-per-view how many weeks later, and I will feed into a little bit of the bullshit because it's that whole we don't want to have too many anti-American gimmicks as champions or just as presence on stage, because you had Steen doing that, you have fucking Mahade Raja, and then you get Rusev.
For us.
So you got, one, your main champion as anti-American, and then you basically had, Owens is anti-American.
I am looking forward to this match, probably out of all of them besides Punjabi Prison. Next match, actually, this one will be pretty cool, and I know you probably looking forward to this one a lot, Tim. Mr. Money in the Bank, Corbin versus Nakamura in a single match.
Yes, very much so.
I mean, this one really could go either way also, obviously, but who do you see?
I'm scared. I just can see Nakamura going over because at the end of the day, Corbin's still got the case.
But if he's going to get over, you have to make Baron look strong. Baron needs to be strong in that match. He has to come out swinging. He has to look strong.
Oh, well,
Even if he loses, he has to look
be
strong.
like one of those things where it just happens because it's Nikki Mary.
Yeah, I mean, the guy's just over on the entrance alone, so it doesn't really matter, I guess, what happens.
As much as I would love Corbin to win, what's the point of Nakamura losing, unless it's a DQ, something to further the feud. But also too, is this a one and done match? Are they going to have something at SummerSlam?
Yeah, but everybody's pulling obviously for Styles and Nakamura at SummerSlam.
Well, no, that's what I'm saying. So, as once again,
What's
one of
popping
the
around
with WWE at the moment is
that's
one
what
and
I'm saying.
done
It's
match.
popping around. Even he touched the belt on Tuesday, right? Nakamura.
That's just
One day I'll call you. He said.
They
Right?
planted the seeds. It's that could be something because they know that.
No, one day you'll call. I'll answer.
Yeah, I'll answer. That was kind of cool.
No, you can't. This match doesn't even exist in my mind.
The most pointless match. The misuse of fucking Rusev again. A flag match with Cena.
If Cena goes over,
guys.
you might as well just
Come on, Buzz
bury
people. You
Rusev.
fucking don't want to see this. And
Yeah, it's going to be the match of the night.
Well, why can't they have a cool match like a strap match? Or did they have that before? Or a chain
Because
match or something.
it's where America was born.
Or a no DQ
So that
match.
means
Why do they have to have a flag
So
match?
that means Cena has to win, right? Because that's stupid.
No, it actually gives an opportunity. What I think would be smart was it gives an opportunity for Rusev to win, and it still protects Cena because it's just a fucking flag match, and who cares? If he gets kicked in the fucking Golions and fucking
It's a
and fucking Rusev grabs the fucking the flag, the belt. I was gonna say because I don't even know what the hell kind of match it is. Something on a fucking string match, but it's come on, dude. Just a pointless match. Let's go to the main event. Mahal with the Singh brothers. Obviously, they're going to get involved. And they'll probably be inside the cage because he stressed the fact in his promo on Tuesday, which I did like, that this is a no DQ match. We got the Punjabi Prison match for the WWE Championship, Orton versus Mahal. I am, like I said, I'm going to give the match a chance. I'm excited to see the gimmick.
Never who's going to win. We see a title change or Jinder keeps it?
Jinder's got to keep it. There's no way.
Jinder's keeping it. He's keeping it.
He has to. And if he doesn't, then they completely just
Well, then unless we get a
destroy
Baron,
these guys.
unless we get a Baron Corbin cash in,
Schmorbin?
But you got to think too. It's sudden. Let's just play hypothetical. You could see. So you want to get Nakamura and Corbin thing squared away, right? So we do a DQ for that. We do a DQ for that match, okay? And then it doesn't really matter. They can blow that. They can have a blow-off match on SmackDown on that Tuesday, or maybe not even. So then, if you want to do a Corbin cash-in, obviously Punjabi Prison match is going to be very, very brutal. But again, with the Punjabi prison match. You gotta climb out of the ring, so that puts you kind of up the ramp. But then if they lift the prison and Mahal's in there celebrating, you could see Corbin do a cash in.
How he can be outside. He escapes it.
Oh, they lift it up afterwards, and then they crawl back in and they celebrate, or it comes
But
in.
what if he cashes in and it's like an automatic Punjabi prison match?
Or he just.
To be fair, you can just now I'm just talking out my ass.
Well, I could just see like that's a match that would really fucking put the champion on his ass. It's a gimmick.
We had a Hell in Cell. No, we had an Elimination Chamber match. That was a cash in right after that.
CM Punk cashed in on Jeff Hardy after he won a ladder match against Edge or whoever. So
No, it was a TLC match.
there you go, even more brutal. So the potential is there for a cash in. There's always a potential for a cash in when Money in the Bank is around. But
Yeah, like
even more
fucking
so
Punk
due
would
to-
come out with the axe and just hack away at the wood.
Corbin, the big bad wolf, he comes through and blows down the Punjabi prison. All right, so yeah, Battleground on Sunday, and
And after that, it's the fast track to SummerSlam.
yep, that's the fast track to SummerSlam.
That's work.
Maybe next week we do like something before Raw, a little like Raw preview or Raw, something
Yeah.
to lead into Raw to recap the Battleground pay-per-view. We'll see if it's a good pay-per-view.
Yeah, we call it Getting Raw.
If we're gonna castrate this one and rip it.
Getting Raw.
Are we gonna relevant rip it, or are we gonna give it 2 thumbs up and ride the buzzwaves with Battleground? We'll find out on Sunday. So it seems like we are towards
We're
the
gonna
at
rip
the
it.
end of our night. Like I was gonna do something before where I was gonna say it's been a year from the draft. Without even going into it, I don't even want to talk about it. Just throw a name like who do you think has been the most successful person since the draft? Just give me one name since the draft and the shakeup. Who do you think has had the most impact? Just the name. Go. Well, that's our last segment.
Alexa Bliss.
Alexa Bliss is who I was gonna say too. Goddammit.
Alexa Bliss.
Alexa Bliss, is that our agreement? Is that our relevant pick for
Some Bliss, but just to be different, let's say Carmella.
Okay, awesome, good. So that's for the ladies. So let's close this off and shut it the fuck down because we're all the way up and we're relevant wrestling and we're gonna ride those buzzwaves. So we want to thank all you buzz humans. We hope that you are digging the changes that are going on around here at the studio and on the social media platforms. This new show should allow us to stay even more relevant and reach even more of you. Once more, I gotta plug the social media. It's down in the corner, but make sure to ride the buzzwaves with us. Like us on Facebook, follow us on the Twitter, smash and subscribe on the YouTube page, channel, whatever. Like the Relevant Wrestling page on Facebook. Guys, kayfabe may be dead, but originality and diversity are not. Stay relevant, stay buzzworthy. Relevant Wrestling Productions. It's still relevant to us, damn it. Thank you. Stay relevant, and we will see you all next